Okay, let's see if I capture this correctly. It appears to me like we're blocking half the driveway here. So this will not work, guys. All right. Good morning, guys. So 19 miles, 36 minutes, 236 watt hours per mile. That's interesting. Not quite as efficient as yesterday, but not far off. Anyway, there we are. Yes, we're at the rent house. More work to be done. There's always just so much to do. Anyway, so let's start with this. There were 0 break on FSD off interventions, except for when we sort of parked in front of the house. Okay. And that wasn't a real park. That was, we're blocking out their driveway. But pulling out, backing out on my driveway, then put it in the drive, invoke FSD to the front of the rent house, not a single break on SD off. Yeah. Now, were there accelerator interventions? Yes, there were. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, FSD just doesn't. No, let's not be too negative. But there are times when he needs a little push from now and then. Okay? This is the way it is. What's interesting is approaching. How do I want to say this? Approaching, well, just after we go into the 45 zone for the construction that's up ahead. As we're approaching that, there's several cars in front of us. They all shit. Either people coming from behind us, and yes, there is a GMC Sierra 2500 diesel that wants to make sure that you have a nice comparison today. Now, I've compared diesel before, but he give a hoot, pollute. That's not how it works, is it? But yes, he's rolling coal, which means he's not properly tuned either, is he? Yeah. And all that diesel particulate. I mean, I'm sure he could have been trying to make a point of blowing smoke on top of a Tesla. But the driver in that Tesla is laughing at him. It's pitiful. And you know what? He's not hauling anything either. He's just driving to work. Or wherever it is he's driving to, he's just driving there. Did he really need a 3500 to get there? That's the only thing I have. Yeah. Do you even pull any trailers? Probably not. What? Oh, once a year you pull an RV trailer. Well, you could rent a truck to do that. Yeah, be cheaper. Anyway, peace and harmony. So anyway, this line of cars come up. The cars in front of me kind of match in with them. And then there's a Toyota Camry that's in front of me. Not going particularly fast, but I didn't think he was going real slow either. At least at that moment I didn't. Surprise, he is. What do I want to say here? There's a car that's behind me, and that car behind me continues to just follow me. Even in Jonestown, they continue to just follow me. There's 2 more cars coming up, and since we're all in the inside lane, they go by on the outside lane. The last person to pass me gets in behind this Camry. There was room, okay? Nothing too terribly wrong with it, but oh my goodness, he is standing on the brakes. I don't know why you'd be standing on the brakes when you just passed somebody, unless you didn't properly look forward. I think it's hilarious. And he must have been tailgating that Camry, because that Camry was doing 40. Oh my goodness. Okay, when we get to Jonestown, let all the fast people go. The Camry's still not going particularly fast. Left turn signal. Let's go back past this Camry. At first, FSD's going, I don't want to pass him. No, no. Why not? Let's go. Okay, foot on the accelerator. Let's pass him. Yes. And he quickly dropped off. I don't know. Maybe it's a tired driver. Sounds kind of risky to me. But anyway, peace and army. Everything's going great. We come up on New Hope. So there's some people who are absolutely going slow. Once we get into the inside lane, coming up on New Hope, these people, they were going faster than me, and all of a sudden they're going a lot slower than me. Okay, big surprise. But we're moving along. Eventually we make it to New Hope, turn left. We come up onto Lakeline. The light's red. We roll up on Lakeline. I'm the first car making a left turn. As soon as that flashing yellow comes on, the flashing yellow arrow, the car rolls. And then all of a sudden he says, oh wait, there's cars coming in. Yes, there are. Stop. We stop. Okay. Fortunately, there's not that many, only like 5 or 6 in each lane. They roll by. We get going. Everything's so smooth. It's so different than just 2 weeks ago. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. All right, welcome to Tesla Pond Springs. I survived. All right, 12 miles, 21 minutes, 215 watt-hours per mile. Oh my goodness. Although parts of FSD was excellent in some places. Some places that leaves me wondering. All right, so coming out of the neighborhood, I'm not being completely fair, am I? Although I'm not surprised. So at the circle at Sunny Drive, there's a group of cars coming through. We're letting them go by. And then there's a bicyclist. FSD appears to have chosen to go in front of that bicyclist. To be fair to FSD, that bicyclist was on the far right, like as if he was going to turn right. That's the only excuse I have. And at the last moment, the bicyclist does make a little pointing gesture like he's going to keep going around the circle. Just not expected. Oh my. All right, brake on FSD off, no big deal. That one, I'll admit, is kind of confusing anyway. All right, coming out, we go down, where are we? Baghdad. Go down Baghdad, scoot over to Bell. There was some interesting choices here. FSD did indeed choose to go around the car. And to some of you, that's, well, why is that a big deal? For me, it's kind of a big deal, actually. It doesn't do that very often. Now, he's getting more and more confident lately, although unfortunately, this is going to be the last drive for a while with FSD on OPARAY. Yeah, I had the subscription to go on a trip. Trip's over. They're going to bump it again at the end of the month, so cancel before we get to the end of the month. So anyway, so much for that. So it's kind of interesting. Now the car, for some reason, is kind of matching our speed, so we're pretty close speed-wise. Not sure why we're doing this. Okay. But anyway, peace and harmony. I'm getting my car checked out by some people looking for a Tesla. All right. Make a left. Interestingly enough, we make the choice to be in the left or the inside of 2 left turn lanes. Now, we're going to make a right on Bell, so we kind of need to be in the right, but I don't know, FSD tends to do this. Whatever. Peace and harmony, it is what it is. Okay? What I wanted to say. Anyway, whatever. Scooting through here, traffic is relatively light, so not any really big issues or anything like that. We're doing fine. coming out onto Bell. Again, we're moving along fairly. We moved to the inside lane to go around the car. Fair enough. There's a Ford F-150 that's coming up behind us, and eventually FSD does move out of its way. But what? Oh, once we're up the speed, he realizes there's no reason to pass us because we're actually going at the speed limit. Yeah. But he never backs off. He stays close to our bumper. It's just great. Okay. Eventually, FSD turns on his left turn signal. He needs to get over to make his entrance into 183, but that pickup's right there. At first, I cancel it, and then I look and like, okay, that truck's not really sure what he's going to do. Let's go in front of him. Awesome. Okay, let's go. And because FSD is doing a better job of honoring speed limits up on the highway, we're doing better here. When it comes time to get out, so they're doing construction. So first he goes into the outside lane, like, okay, I'm getting ready to set up. It turns out that lane collapses back into the lane next to us. I think it used to be open, but they've changed at least for now. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. Okay. We come up. After the lane opens back up, we go over to the right. He doesn't like the quick dashes. So he hesitates a little bit, but eventually he gets over. We're good. When he comes in on the exit, oh, he's cooking it. He's going. Yeah. Scroll the scroll wheel down to 49. Let's not take this at 60, shall we? Man. So like I said, we're under construction. We're in the inside lane. We're going along. FSD chooses to be in the outside lane, and then for some reason he moves back to the inside lane, and then, oh wait, the inside lane is closed ahead. We need to move back to the middle lane. Oh man, we're going back and forth. Come on. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. It's all good. So that takes care of all that craziness with the left. So we make the U-turn to come into Pond Springs. There's no, unfortunately the lights are all red apparently, so nobody's challenging us. We're good. There we go. And we're here. There was the one brake on FSD off? Yes. Where was that brake on FSD off? Oh, for the bicyclists? I thought there was another brake on FSD off, but I've forgotten where that is. No, there wasn't. That was it. For the bicyclists, there's one. All right, we're doing pretty good, actually. All right. Welcome to Walmart. 9 miles, 21 minutes, 231 watt hours per mile. Wow, that's all pretty good. Now, temperature is only 82 degrees. Yes, it's humid, but it's only 82. So I'm not running as much air conditioning, obviously. All right, so you can always count on FSD at some point doing something wrong. Usually it's a small thing. Every once in a while, it's something bigger. All right, so somebody in the FSD committee woke up and said, hey, wait, we're going to make a right turn eventually. We're on research, 183. Okay, that normally would be no big deal. Except FSD decided it was such a critical thing. Now, we're almost a mile away from the turn on Avery Ranch Boulevard. Maybe it's only half a mile. I don't remember for sure. I just know it's not critical that we get over. But somebody in the committee decides making a right turn, lane shift right now is critical. There's one problem with that. There's a white Corolla right there. You're going to run right into him if you make your lane shift. Okay. Human driver, foot on the brake. Boom, FSD off. Yeah. And the vehicle behind me is kind of surprised because he was expecting me to just lane shift. So I think he honked. Okay? Accident avoided by the human driver. Your score today is an F. That's a shame because you had a really good series of runs going here. Yes, sirree, Bob. And it only takes one of those to shake your confidence. And for those people who experience FSD for the first time, it only takes one of those to say, never again. And I'm going to tell all my friends, never get FSD. I hope someday somebody in Tesla land wakes up to that fact. Oh, well, it runs so good. Yeah, what version are you running on, Elon? 12.6? A late version of 12.5, perhaps. You know what I'm running? I'm running 12.3.6. That's the GA version. I get it. Some people, well, I don't like 12.4. So you didn't push it to us. Okay, congratulations. I mean, I would tend to think most people running FSD are running so because they're watching it get better, hopefully. But I'll tell you, I was looking at videos the other day. I've been on 12.3.6 for 3 months. 3 months I've been on the same version. Now, it has gotten better, but not through official releases. It feels like somebody's changing stuff in the background. Okay? But I'm no longer getting the blue dot indicating that. Because before I get blue dots, okay, maybe FSD's learning on its own. Whatever. Somebody was asleep at the wheel when we decided that we're going to shift into the outside lane where there was a white Corolla. Now, it would have only been an overlap of the bumpers. Yeah. But an overlap of the bumpers is an accident in any case. You know? And how long would it take? I keep hearing the horror story. Oh my God, it takes so long to fix a car. And then, of course, there's the other part where the insurance says, well, it costs more to fix your car than it's worth. There's that one too. Yeah. Good gracious. I mean, and I have checked to see how much it would cost to get Tesla insurance. It'd cost me an extra $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year more. So I'm not going to do myself any favors by getting a Tesla insurance. All right, whatever. Peace and Army. Now on to the fun part. Okay, we go up Avery Ranch. Initially on Avery Ranch, Tesla declares it to be a 30-mile-per-hour speed zone. Now, I haven't checked to see if there's a sign there that says 30. I think he's defaulting it to 30. Although default's supposed to be 25. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not going up the road very fast. Finally, we hit the 40-mile-per-hour speed sign, and we're good. We start rolling at 40. Okay, we roll along. The lane's clear to go to the inside. We move to the inside. Great. We turn on to Palmer Lane. Palmer Lane's a 60-mile-per-hour highway. I think it even has an FM designation at some point. Okay, whatever. It's a 60-mile-per-hour highway. FSD pulls onto it. Doesn't detect that it should be 60. It leaves it at 40. Human driver intervenes, hits the scroll wheel up to 60. I know it's 60. I've driven this road many, many times. Okay? It's 60 here. And shortly it'll be 65. So think about it. Tesla says the speed limit's 40. The human driver sets the speed limit to 60. He takes the little sign that shows you the speed limit, highlights it in blue. Message sent to Elon. Hey, this guy's speeding. I'm only speeding in Tesla land. In the real world, I'm going the speed limit. When I'm going to go 65, I'm now more than half the speed limit, more than half over the speed limit. FSD started going, wait, he's cheating. He's doing it wrong. He's speeding by too much. Oh, and now he's starting to like, oh, your route is actually in the right lane. Why would my route be in the right lane if I'm going to make a left turn ahead? Yes, those things that FSD starts doing. You're like, well, you're doing it wrong. I'm going to punish you. I'm not doing anything wrong. You just didn't see that sign that said it was 65. The two signs that said it was 65. I'll admit that I didn't see the 60 mile per hour speed sign, but I saw the two 65s, and you still didn't wake up. You're too much in the mode of you're doing it wrong to realize that you're wrong. And that's typical of Tesla. Yes. Yes, they're very careful about doing all their research and all their engineering. But when they do it wrong, they do it wrong. And this is a case of them doing it wrong. Anyway, whatever. Well, FSD is busy crying about how I'm doing it wrong. There's a semi who decides at the last second he's going to slip into the inside lane right in front of me. At some point, if you want to be a safer driver, you got to wake up and take care of driving. Okay, whatever. It's just one of those things. Now, I have confidence FSD will improve as we go. Okay? So yes, I will continue to have FSD, just not in this car. Because this car, I got to pay for it. The other car, it's already paid for. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. All right, welcome to Lowe's Market. 13 miles, 28 minutes, 257 watt-hours per mile. FSD is somewhat in a better mood on this segment. That's not saying a whole lot, but there it is. I mean, at least he's behaving a little bit better, although he's going slow. He's in slow mode. Anyway, whatever. All the traffic flow up until East Jonestown, he handled it, no problem. Turns out somebody driving a Mazda 3 Series decided to see what happened if they plowed into the back of a Ford F-150. I mean, what? And I'm guessing it's this young, thin girl who, for some reason, they're walking to the back of the ambulance, except they're not escorting her, and she looked pretty woozy. I'm not surprised. And I'm guessing that the F-150 was probably driven by a more middle-aged woman who weighs a little bit more. Whatever. Yes. So what's important for traffic flow is, for some reason, there's a Yukon that's stuck right behind a car in the inside lane. The accident's already moved off the road, more or less. I'm probably sure they're probably just investigating. I hope that's all they're doing. Interestingly enough, the Yukon's right behind a car. The car he's behind has decided to stop and let people in. Okay, which is why me being in the outside lane, we're moving, the inside lane's not. I don't know what to make of that, other than good luck for me. You guys in the Yukon, are you sure that honking your horn like crazy helps you in any way? My guess is it doesn't, but because I tend to react the same way as that car in front of you does. If you're going to honk at me, then there's something dangerous. I better not move. What? Oh, you mean it's safe to go? Then stop honking. Get off my ass. It's that easy. All right, anyway. Coming up the hill into Lago Vista, things are running smooth. There's not, for some reason, not many cars around. I don't know if, I have a feeling maybe there was a sheriff's deputy who was walking back to the accident scene, and there's a fire truck that's blocking the whole outside lane. So could be he had stopped traffic to walk around the fire truck. Anyway, good news for me, that means there's not much traffic right around me. That's even better, because FSD is going to look slow. And on top of that, instead of getting over in time to make the left turn on Loman Ford, he's going, well, let's see what happens if I wait till I'm the third way down the turn lane, then move over. We're in the outside lane. That's when he moves in the inside lane and then moves in directly into the turn lane. Okay. The good news is he handles the turn mostly okay. Why do you have to park right next to me? Okay, whatever. He handles the turn lane mostly okay. The only catch is, as he's coming around the one curve, he's kind of stuck sort of in the middle of the two lanes. And there's a vehicle coming the other way. If you want to make your left turn, you have to make room for that car to go by. Well, oops. So brake on this, the off. Human driver takes over and takes care of it. Come on, man. Whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Today's an F, so. All right. 7 miles, 12 minutes, 178 watt-hours per mile. I wish I was always coming downhill from into my house. Well, if I go into my house, I'm going downhill, but I'm also going uphill when I go up to Lowe's Market. Okay, anyway, there you go. Is there anything to say? I don't think I had FSD on. So there's a Bronco that comes up, and it's not really clear who has the right of way, but it's pretty obvious because this guy's driving this Bronco. He's not quite competent. Now, he may think he is, but it's pretty obvious he's not fully capable. Let him go. Just let him go. Okay? It's that easy. All right, the rest of the way. So, get out on the Loman Ford, invoke FSD. We're in the outside lane, by the way. Tesla declares that this is a 40 mile per hour speed zone. It's 35 just behind us. It's 35 all the way up to Phoenix Auto, or Phoenix, whatever the shop is. Okay? So we're speeding 5 miles over. Big deal. Who cares? All the rest of the way, yeah, no problems. Other than, so I'm in the outside lane. I obviously want to switch to the inside lane because I don't want to go down Don Drive. Turn on the left turn signal. FSD says, I don't know why I'd want to go to the inside lane. Cancel. Second time, he says, oh, you must really mean it. Okay, I'll do it. Just weird. Okay, whatever. And we parked in the driveway, so that's good. All right, but the overall score today is an F. No way around it. So there you go. And today's comparison vehicle is a GMC Sierra, I believe it is, 3500 dually with diesel. He made sure it was obvious you had diesel because of all the black smoke. Yeah. If only GMC knew how to tune those diesel engines, you wouldn't have all that black smoke. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Peace and Army. Onward, upward charge. Okay, guys, time for the ice comparison notes for this drive. And there was some wonderful person driving a GMC Sierra 3500. I mean, it's a dually. Maybe it's bigger. I don't know. Whatever. Peace and harmony. Yes, he went by making sure he was blowing out all the black smoke he could from his truck as he passed me. And I'm sitting there laughing at him because if he's trying to pollute me, well, your pollution's not coming into my cab. Okay? And if it did bother me, I have the biodefense weapon system air cleaner. So, I mean, if your pollution was a problem, I could clean my cabin. In the meantime, you're wasting even more diesel than you would normally. All right, so today's trip, 110 miles. We used 26 kilowatt hours. That works out to be $2.86. Wow, this was a big trip today. I normally spend less than $1 on a trip. Okay, that works out to 85% of a gallon of diesel, and diesel's priced at $3.35. Okay, how far can he go on a gallon? 13 miles. I'm kind of shocked by this. I thought that they published a higher number, but this is what I found. Okay, that means he can make 11 miles from my house. He could make it into Jonestown. He wouldn't have any fuel to come back for this price. Okay. The tank on this thing is 36 gallons. 36. That's $120.60 every time he fills up. You got to be kidding me. As long as we're talking about the $1.26, let's jump down to here. Okay, so $1.26 and $1.20 and 60 cents would work out to 1,096 kilowatt hours at the 11-cent rate that I pay. That works out to 4,384 miles. I didn't check to see how far he could go on that. Well, no, wait, this is one tank. I didn't write it down, but it was somewhere around 470 miles. He can go 470 miles. I can go 4,384. The same cost. The same cost. Come on. All right. So let's assume that he was able to buy unlimited diesel. It would take him 8.5 gallons of diesel. It would cost him $28.48. $28.48 versus $2.86. Now, here's the other part of that equation. He's obviously driving a truck that's meant to haul. I mean, it's a dually. I didn't see anything that was sticking up out of his bed, but that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. In the back of my car, I'm hauling a toilet, a household toilet. It's not that big, it's not that heavy, but I am hauling something. And this truck, what is he hauling? The human driver? That's it. Wow. So not only am I killing him on mileage, okay, maybe I'm not killing him. Maybe he likes contributing to, at one point, it would have been to Russia. But since the war in Ukraine, we no longer import oil from Russia. Okay? So the real question to him is, who are you supporting when you buy that diesel? Oh, just something to compute, right? No, I'm not telling you who it is. I don't know where you buy your diesel from. But I do know that American oil doesn't make the best diesel for America because it has higher sulfur, right? And we tend to like low sulfur in our diesel. So the real question is, where do you actually get the oil from to generate the diesel? I have no doubt that the diesel was probably refined here in Texas somewhere. But there you go. You gotta wonder. I get it. If your car doesn't blow out black smoke, you're not a man. And I personally don't doubt that. Okay? And to be fair to you, yes, there was a time I was like, yeah, diesel's the way to go. My Jetta was a diesel. It had the best mileage. It got 40 miles per gallon. Now, you have to pay more for diesel than you would do for unleaded gas, but whatever. Anyway, not that this guy's listening. He's too busy going somewhere, blowing out smoke, paying $120 per fill up. Yeah. Okay. And no doubt he's probably blaming somebody else for his predicament. Okay. I wonder how I was able to make a different choice than him. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Yes, I'm just laughing at you. Now, if you're pulling some kind of trailer, like, yeah, you need a truck to pull a trailer. Yes, okay, I buy that. But you're not pulling a trailer. You're not pulling anything, are you? Okay, on rope or charge.